Did you know that Niger recently ended its military agreement with the United States? But how did this alliance start in the first place? Let's take a stroll down memory lane. The military pact between the United States and Niger was established with the objective of combating rising regional instability and terrorism, primarily from groups such as Boko Haram and Al-Qaeda. Niger was seen as a pivotal ally by the United States due to its strategic position in the Sahel region of Africa. This partnership allowed the U.S. to extend its reach and influence, countering militant activities and promoting regional security. On the other hand, Niger, one of the poorest countries in the world, reaped the benefits of this alliance through financial aid, military training, and security support from the U.S. This symbiotic relationship was intended to foster peace and stability in the region. But as we know, global politics are akin to shifting sands, ever-changing and unpredictable. This agreement has stood for years, forming a strategic partnership between the two nations. But nothing stays the same forever. Fast forward to today, and Niger has decided to end this long-standing military agreement. But why? Let's delve into the reasons behind this momentous decision. Niger's decision to terminate the military agreement was not made in a vacuum. The country grappled with a myriad of internal and external factors that led to this decision. On the home front, there were growing concerns about the militarization of their society. Many citizens expressed unease over foreign troops on their soil, fearing a loss of sovereignty and an escalation of conflict. These sentiments were further fueled by economic pressures, as the nation struggled to balance its budget amidst rising military expenditure. Externally, Niger found itself in a precarious geopolitical position. The nation was caught in a complex web of alliances and rivalries that spanned the globe. The presence of American troops on Nigerian soil had always been a contentious issue for some of Niger's neighbors and strategic partners. The termination of the agreement can be seen as an attempt by Niger to navigate these intricate dynamics and assert its autonomy on the global stage. The immediate reaction from the United States was one of surprise and disappointment. After all, the U.S. had viewed Niger as a key ally in its counterterrorism efforts in Africa. However, the U.S. also recognized Niger's sovereignty and expressed its respect for the country's decision. On the Nigerian side, the government's announcement was met with a mix of relief and apprehension. While many welcomed the end of what they perceived as foreign military dominance, others worried about the potential security vacuum and the country's ability to handle the ongoing threats from extremist groups. To sum it up, Niger's decision to end the military agreement with the U.S. was driven by a multitude of factors, ranging from domestic concerns to international political dynamics. The immediate fallout was a mixed bag of reactions, reflecting the complexity and significance of this development. Niger's decision has sent ripples through the international community, but what does this mean for the future? Stay tuned as we delve deeper into the aftermath and potential long-term implications of this pivotal decision. The termination of the agreement has left many speculating about the future of Niger-US relations. So, what could be the long-term impacts? On one hand, Niger could face significant challenges. The U.S. provided essential support in the fight against terrorism, particularly against groups like Boko Haram and ISIS. Without this support, Niger might struggle to maintain its security. This could lead to an escalation of violence, threatening the stability not only of Niger, but also of the broader Sahel region. Niger's decision could also have implications for its diplomatic relations. The U.S., a major global power, might not take kindly to this termination. It could lead to a cooling of relations, potentially affecting aid, trade, and political support. On the other hand, the U.S. also faces potential repercussions. The termination of the agreement could affect its strategic interests in the region. The Sahel is a critical front in the fight against terrorism, and losing a partner like Niger could hinder U.S. efforts. It could also give other nations, perhaps less friendly to the U.S., an opportunity to step in and fill the void. But beyond the bilateral relations, this decision could also influence the global stage. It sends a message that smaller nations like Niger can assert their sovereignty even against larger powers. It's a reminder that alliances are not set in stone and can be revised as nations see fit. However, it's important to remember that these are potential implications. The actual outcomes will depend on how both the U.S. and Niger navigate the post-agreement era. They might find new ways to cooperate, or they could drift further apart. Only time will tell how this change will shape the future of these two nations. But one thing is clear: This decision marks a significant shift in their relationship. So, let's quickly recap what we've covered today. We began with the establishment of the US-Niger military agreement, a strategic alliance that was intended to bolster security and aid in counterterrorism efforts. Then, we dug into Niger's decision to terminate this agreement, a move driven by complex reasons and potentially influenced by various regional dynamics. We also explored the U.S. response to this surprising development and discussed the potential long-term implications for both nations. This is certainly a developing story, and we'll be here to keep you informed as more details emerge. Thank you for watching.